This conference will now be recorded.
I have to really add, but I would note that Clayton Kelly's here, as is our folks from QTech Rock, Bridget, and Kate. So we would, any of us would stand for questions we have.
And this will be three separate notes.
Three separate packages.
And then just trying to find the page to talk about the projects. We do that on any of these, but this will basically complete 98th Street from Woodend to Special Paulson and Smith Avenue.
The projects,
and then there's a few others in there as
they're
well.
listed in the.
I remember seeing
should have those off the top of my head, but I don't.
And I missed it, I guess, but,
Okay, so actually, the very front page is ordinance. So there's 4 projects listed there, 98 from PAW, Metropolitan Circle, 98 from PAW to Woodend, second from PAW to Kansas Avenue, and then subdivision ordinance.
my question on that was, will that complete 98th Street, will that get all the way up to where?
Sort of working towards that.
So for this one, we'll just hear a motion to approve, unless anyone has any questions on item 4, or on item 6. Question to approve the sale of general obligation bond series 2026 for the city of Edwardsville.
Make a motion to council to consider award the sale of the general obligation bond series 2026 of the city of Edwardsville, Kansas.
We have a motion from Councilman Shriver, a second from Councilman Adcox. Will the clerk please call them?
Shriver,
Yes.
Adcox,
Yes.
Mullen.
Yes.
Vote passes 3-0.
Item number 7, city council to consider ordinance number 1100, and ordinance authorizing the issuance and delivery of $3,750,000 principal amount of general obligation bond series 2026 for the city of Edwardsville, Kansas, and providing for the levy and collection of an annual tax for the purpose of paying the principal of and interest on the bonds as they become due, previously authorized by an ordinance of the city.
I have no further comments unless there's questions for anyone else.
So my question on that would just be, if this was incorporated, it wouldn't be an additional tax, it would be already, paid out of our current budget.
That's correct, Mayor. As you know, these are general obligation bonds, which means the taxpayers are generally obligated to make sure they get paid. We do have a mill levy dedicated towards that, 10.14, as you know, the state. Excuse me, 10.414, that's stayed consistent this time 19 period, so that one.
And so this is covered within that 10
That's
point.
correct.
If there are no other questions, then we'll hear a motion to approve ordinance 1100, authorizing the issuance and delivery of $3.75 million principal amount in general obligation bond series 2026 for the city of Edwardsville.
Second.
We have a motion from Councilman Mullen, a second from Councilman Shriver. Will the clerk please call roll?
Shriver,
Yes.
Adcox,
Yes.
Mullen.
Yes.
Vote passes 3-0.
Moving right along. Item number 8, city council to consider resolution 2026-10, a resolution describing the form and details of and authorizing the delivery of $3,750,000 principal amount of general obligation bond series 2026 of the city of Edwardsville, Kansas, previously authorized by an ordinance of the city. And this, I suppose, is just all in the same general housekeeping to get the previous things.
Yes, we actually had the order wrong, but it goes, we approve the sale and then the ordinance.
And so if there are no other questions here, then motion to approve the resolution 2026-10.
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion from Councilman Shriver, a second from Councilman Mullen. Will the clerk please call roll?
Shriver,
Yes.
Adcox,
Yes.
Mullen.
Yes.
Vote passes 3-0.
Thank you, guys. Did all your work on that.
Thank you.
Item number 9, and I know the city, a lot of them are going to be really excited for the street work getting done. Little by little, I know these things are very expensive and they take time. But if you look at street repairs that have happened over the last few years, it is substantial in our city. And so we've heard about that for years and years now. And so it'll be nice to see that map turning green for the Pacer map turning green.
We are working with PEC as we speak to develop the schedule for get those documents out.
Perfect, thank you. Item number 9, city council to consider the adoption of resolution, no? Yes, sorry, I thought we were back in the resolution 2026-11, a resolution authorizing the tax exempt lease financing of city vehicles and associated equipment.
Everybody, I'll turn it over to Chief Quinn and he'll make a brief presentation regarding this topic.
Mayor, council members, how are you this evening? As you remember, I came before you November 10th, 2025 to request approval to order 2 police vehicles. It was approved and it was in the budget for 2026. I have since received one of those vehicles. I expect the other one here soon. And so I've reached out to 3 different creditors, the same creditors that we typically utilize, and received competitive quotes from each of those. The best that I would recommend is from NBH Bank, which is Bank Midwest here locally, at a 4.80% for a 3-year term. And so I'm seeking your approval tonight for the city manager to enter into a lease purchase agreement in order to finance those vehicles in the amount of $129,536.40.
And we'll be selling 2 vehicles to replace these.
Yes, I had identified previously last year when I picked out and kind of like forecasted the ones that I was looking to sell. So one of those is currently a Ford Taurus sitting out here in our parking lot. That's a 2016. It has 132,000 miles on it. Some engine problems went out in it and it cost us more to repair that than what the car is worth. So that one's for sure going. I have a second Taurus that actually runs pretty well, but there's already 106,000 miles and I identified to sell that one. However, it's running good now. And I have a 2020 Ford Explorer that's having some transmission issues with 82,000 miles on it. And the cost of repair for the transmission would probably be more than what our value of the vehicle is. So right now the vehicle is running, so I anticipate trying to sell that versus and keeping the Taurus. So that's kind of where we're at with the 2 vehicles that I would like to get rid of.
This is 2020 with 82,000, that means it wouldn't be covered by the
No,
warranty any longer.
no, man, we're like 2 years past the warranty. Unfortunately. I have explored buying extended warranty just like you would your own personal vehicle, but it's a little expensive in order to do that,
I bet so for police cars, that's probably the truck.
for sure.
Any questions? So then we would, sorry. If there are no other questions, we consider approving the adoption of resolution 2026-11.
So moved.
Second. In the motion, can Councilman Shriver second, can Councilman Adcox, will the clerk please call them?
Shriver,
Yes.
Adcox,
Yes.
Mullen,
Yes.
vote passes 3-0.
Thank you. Item number 10, staff presentation, council discussion regarding city 2027 budget.
Give me just a second, Doug. Oh, I'll get it.
While she's getting this going, I would just, like to, welcome you to the official kickoff of the 2027 budget here in AMA. And as I shared with the mayor,
4.
I have, 5 slides here.
Gotcha.
And 2 of them are the beginning slide and the end slide. So this is, my portion of this is going to be very brief. I mostly want to listen to what everybody has to say as we kick this off. There's no numbers in this, just want to talk about philosophy and how you would like to see things go for the upcoming budget discussion for 2027. I will start off with what I am calling a tentative calendar. And it's tentative for a lot of reasons. First, our first challenge right now is we don't have a completed audit yet. And so it's hard to get into the 27 numbers without having definitive numbers from 2025. We have a good idea of what they are, but it's a challenge. The second challenge is some of the dates from the state and county's perspective aren't yet set. So we're a little ahead of the curve. And so I did my best approximation of how they fell last year. They'll fall similar this year, but I may be off just a little bit. But basically just, again, want to kick off and kind of get your ideas about things and then maybe jump harder into it at the meeting in May, which I can already see I have to 26th and not 25th. So This calendar is definitely in pencil right now. But it'll follow a similar pattern in years past in that we get some preliminary valuation data from the county that'll help drive some of our conversation. And then about a month from now, the county clerk actually calculates our revenue neutral rate, which is an important piece of our decision-making process.
Sorry. I thought I accidentally hit it.
And then there's just some, again, some tentative thoughts on there about where we're going to fit in general fund discussion, other funds, and when we might want to have our final public hearing and budget about it. Again, very tentative, set in pencil. So before I move on, any questions, comments, complaints? Okay.
What, I'm sorry, why is September? Development something due in September? Why nobody in September was kind of a deadline for something?
The revenue neutral period is in August through 2 weeks of a lot of times we had September
As the final.
as our revenue neutral hearing.
Gotcha. I'm sorry, I just,
We've just pushed the deadline the last couple of years, and I guess just to get us all a little bit of
right, always seemed like, that was like
Refresh
that.
Yeah.
Okay.
What I have in this slide is the budget priorities that the governing body had from last year. Just as, again, kind of a refresher, this is what you suggested was important last year. Some of those presumably will carry forward. Some of them won't. That we established a capital equipment schedule. So got that taken care of. About 10 minutes ago, we started to enhance our economic development efforts. And so moving forward. So some of those things likely will be the same, some of them won't. But I think it's probably important just to have a consensus about what you guys would like to see on there so that that'll help guide us. In terms of what I believe is next, again, we need to get the audit completed. I think our portion is done from a staff perspective. We'll start looking at the general fund in detail from a staff perspective here very soon. I've been thinking about it, but I haven't put pencil to paper. By the July 13th city council meeting, we have a revenue rate decision. Official date by state statute is July 20th, but won't fall in line with that. So unless we want a special meeting, it will need to be by July 13th. We'll look at other funds and then adopt the budget. So as promised, really just very brief kickoff. Even if you don't want to have a bunch of discussion tonight, I just thought it was important to get the ball rolling and get you to thinking about it as we move into this. And at this point, I will be quiet and see what kind of feedback you would like to offer me in terms of.
Also with the slide that had the 2026 priorities we can kind of look at. So taking care of existing facilities, I think we're kind of coming to a bit of a close on that one. Hopefully pretty soon since we're building new facilities. Establish the capital equipment schedules done. Enhance economic development is a big check mark on that list tonight, like we mentioned before. And so I think for me, I would definitely want property tax relief as, always included in my budget priority. And then as far as taking care of employees, we really need to look at updating our state system and process. We've talked about that for quite some time and not doing this little drop in the bucket, step and grade, but changing to something that really incentivizes longevity for our employees. So I'd love to see that accomplished. We've been talking about it for about a year and a half now. And so to have money available in the budget to make those considerations, I think would be wise. I will mention, and this isn't so much, it's budget priority, but it's, not so much property taxes, special sales tax. Went down, and I guess I could say this earlier, but, a couple times at the city park, people are utilizing the park equipment more than I've ever seen before. We were down there about 10 o'clock the other night, 10 people between pickleball and basketball, 10 o'clock on a Thursday night, using the lights and using the courts. We were back there the next night, and sure enough, the pickleball courts were full. And so, I think having that shift a little bit and being intentional with the special sales tax dollars and making sure that there's something that's tangible that we can see has been a wonderful investment in our community. A lot of Wyandotte County license plates, we notice those even our own community that are utilizing that. So I think to see when we're looking forward at how we want to be intentional with those tax dollars.
Soccer fields look horrible, but I know it's because they don't have water, access to water. They're atrocious. And they need,
They know.
we need to,
Yes.
we need to emphasize that.
Right.
And they come in.
And that was something that we talked about last time, in digging a well or tying into a water line that's down there, as well as we did vote to install sprinklers.
Yeah. And I told all the parents down there that we approved that because they were very upset. Because that's the one thing that just leaves a lot of, and I know it's not our public works department's fault, they don't.
I was gonna wait till the manager report to give an update, but now it seems appropriate. But after the meeting last time, Brian went back and ran some numbers, did some figuring in, and he believes in the moving this direction that it's cheaper, more effective to not do the well. So he thinks there's a line down there that we can tap into. Yes, the pressure's there, it's a 2-inch line, it should be okay. A giant asterisk on that phrase or that statement is that he's not totally sure where the line leads to and comes from. And so rather than, he was doing a lot of digging out of the park.
9 foot of it.
There's no grade. Yeah.
Disturbing.
And it was very deep.
So he's gonna investigate that.
Yes, well, he's decided that rather than doing digging up, we're gonna go with what's there and make it work. So that's the direction we're proceeding.
So what will the timeline be for the sprinkler system being installed in?
The timeline remains the same. So after the spring soccer season, then they will be down.
Yeah.
I can't tell you that exact date, but
Not this coming Sunday is the last day to soccer.
Yeah.
Moving right along?
Baseball.
Mhm.
Yes, okay, great updates. Any other budget discussion? Okay. On page 2, city manager report.
I just gave the only piece of item, one item I had, so.
Very good. Councilman Mullen,
No comment.
Councilman Trevor.
Yes. Want to thank the mayor again for putting together, organizing, and running the Harvesters Global Pantry event. I wasn't able to attend, and I hated to, but I thank Mayor Kamer, all the helpers. There's probably staff up here that attended and helped out, and there's no better gift than giving back to the community. So I want to thank you. Thank yourself and all the volunteers. I have a question on the, page 5 of 7 on the statement of bills. Lexington Plumbing and Heating Company. Does that ring a bell? And maybe you don't know, but who's just a company out of Missouri? I'm just curious.
If it's what I think it is, it probably came we switched out their conditioning units on the top of the building. And when we demoed that north end of the property, we took a newer unit and replaced an older unit up there.
Or Bonner Company couldn't have done that?
I don't know.
Okay, that's fine. I just was curious. I like our local work, so just curious. Well, the Bonner one, I think was great. And I know everybody's good about that. I just glanced them through and I looked that up, so.
We've had a couple of occasions in the recent past where we either didn't have heat or air. And
Yes, I understand that a pinch.
I don't know if that was your thing.
Right.
Potentially.
Is everybody excited about Saturday? City,
90 degrees.
are we, I know, but it's 8:00.
Yeah.
8 p.m. Are we going to, and I emphasize we, like I'm gonna do it, but the city of Edwardsville, gonna do a kind of a letter like we did the last year, kind of a summary of what your sales tax dollars go to, so you know how we've done that, or?
The love where you live.
Yes,
The love where you
yes.
live, and it had all the updates.
And maybe point people to say, hey, watch our website or watch this for upcoming summer events. I don't know, something, our lack of communication or our lack of a newspaper or something, if this is a chance to kind of, hey, guess what the city's done with this stuff? I don't know. You gonna do that or?
If we had anything like that, it'd be nice to have like a little QR code that would give people right to where they can sign up for the hot shot too and follow the city of Edwardsville.
Something. Did you put that together last year?
I did not.
Who did that? I know
I think Mark did.
Yeah.
We did, I mean, my.
Oh, okay. Maybe we can all just talk about it. Maybe I'll put something together. No, kidding. What do you think, thoughts? Remember, put something together, or, I don't know.
No, I mean,
It's our chance to just kind of, whoever's gonna come, give them a little information.
yes, I think just generally anytime you can communicate with your citizens or
Absolutely. Just some great, half of them maybe are in the car, and that's fine, but, a lot of people get that. So I think it's time to, pat ourselves on the back or give them some information, even park summer events, any events coming up. Potato Festival, and we're starting to plan for that, so I don't know, just anytime we can pass out some information.
Well, we have a lot of people asking about updates, like what's going on over there? Oh, we're remodeling the fire station. It's been going on for a year now. So stuff like that,
Some
with
people
and
don't
especially
know.
with everything over here,
Right,
people are like, "Why did you tear that part of the building off?" So I'll talk to Mark about it.
okay, thank you.
You're
Just
welcome.
something.
Mhm.
Oh my gosh, so. That was it. I think that's it. See you all Saturday. Thank you.
Councilman Adcox? All right. So a couple things that I failed to mention last time was the sale on the trail. There was a great turnout for that. I wanted to thank staff for doing a great job at promoting it and hosting it, and that was a nice event. The citywide garage sales were after the last meeting. We had a lot of people participate in that. It's just a great way to get out and meet community members and neighbors to get to know each other and that sort. Citywide cleanup is a great event we all look forward to. But also, Chantal has lined up savers. And so for anyone that has garage sale leftovers, instead of throwing those in the dumpsters, they'll be here to collect donations. And so that's a wonderful addition for our community cleanup. And then our Edwardsville Mobile Pantry this last Saturday, wanted to thank staff for helping get the word out on that, and all of our volunteers and community partners that helped. We served 566 people, 13,505 pounds of groceries. And so just always a great opportunity to help those who just need a hand up in the community. And just wanted to thank everyone for being a part of that. Have a great evening. See you next week.